So my let's give more food to poor Belle. I've 6 lambs got for sale today, and a friend of mine's after buying them. So he sort of lost there. He's supposed to be in you see, and he's going to buy them straight away. He said, told me how much, and I was like, oh, definitely. He sounded like he gave them the price they should be, and yeah, chuffed with it. It means that I know they're going to go to a good home, because see, that's the problem I had. I had more ewe lambs than males, ram lambs. This year, normally a person, it's better to have half and half, or maybe more ram lambs. That way you have more sales. That's why I had to sell so many of my ewe lambs this year, because there was more females than there was of males. It was weird, but yeah, it's fine. So feeding animals there now, and then we're gonna drop Riley off to school. I'm gonna open this bag here because I've only a small bit left, but I'm not. This is the handiest knife ever. It's still the one I showed you all before. I've had it for a while now. It's handy because you've got like pliers on it and everything. Sorry, I'm giving it the wrong name. It's a multi-tool, not a... But it is. It is and it isn't. Today I need to go up to the Healy Pass, and we need to check the field up there now, the piece of mountain I own, and check for holes and things. There's a few neighbours' sheep gone in. They haven't had time to go up, so we're going to go up now and turn them out, and have to do a bit of fixing. I know there's no lock up there. I'll put a new one on it now because the old one is broken. So, sometimes the camera's dirty. So folks, that's the last of our harvest of the onions. There's enough there to keep us going for a couple of more weeks. And a full bucket of potatoes. And show you there what we have of seed potato for next year. There's enough there to do 2 or 3 harvests, I'd say. That's all of the harvest, the potato seed. There's loads there now. That'll be enough to do twice as much as, 3 times as much as what we have, I'd say, maybe more. So I'm going to have to make more bedding area for the potatoes. I'd say all together. Just double check 1 second. So I just checked there now. All together, we've had 3 buckets of potatoes come out with that. So we're just trying to be thinking there now, like for next year, if I have another, I can put another section alongside there, and maybe another one here, and do the same thing again. Man, potatoes are massive. Yeah, I'm chuffed with that. There's enough potatoes there now to keep us going for like 2 weeks, I'd say. 2 or 3 weeks. So I know some people will be like, oh, you know, you should have done this or that different or whatever. Like, I think this is a success. My other plan was to do trenches, but where do I do it? I'd have to go through to one of the fields. At least in here it's safer, you know, and less likely to get damaged than that. So what my plan is now, with all this, I'm going to spray it with weed killer and kill off anything that's there. Or I might do it the old way, which would be to put seaweed on it. Seaweed is great now for gardening because what it does is it gives nutrients to the soil and everything. Any weeds like that, they can't go in it and it'll kill all the weeds. So I might actually be doing that. Might be a plan. So yeah, great success. Hopefully we'll be able to do the same now with the polyphenol. Hi everyone. I thought my day was nearly finished, but unfortunately there's a neighbour of ours that's ringing me there now and having problems with water, so I need to go out now and just check to see what that problem is. I think by the sound of it, the pipe or the hose, the hose, the pipe now connection is coming off or something, and I had to put a new connection on it or something and bring the water back in now. It probably come out of the well where it comes from. I'll find out when I go over. But these things need to be done. So you're probably all wondering, I'll put you that way, you're probably wondering where was 4 doors. Look behind me. Let's see. That, you know, where you can see the lake and that, that's actually the mountain that's fenced in. It's part of my part of the lowland, even though it's a mountain. You know, it's part of the property I own. So I was just fixing the boundary fence, going up to it. It's not looking too bad now, actually. One second, guys. I'll bring you with me. There's a few more patches I need to do, but this is only temporary because I need to do more with it eventually. What I need to do actually is myself and Thomas are going to go up someday, and we need to redo a lot of that new wire. That wire. What I've put there at the moment is just wire that, for now, just to keep other people's sheep out of the property, because at the moment I'm using it for the cows, and you know, it's no good having a bit of land there and not be using it, so it overgrows and then you can't use it. So that's why the cows are over there. Plus there's a lot of grass there, so we keep doing that. We spread a bit of lime as well, and yeah, that's it now. I've there's 2 stakes left to do, I think, and we have been thinking about maybe every couple of days or every week going up and carrying up a few stakes with us and just fix all the stakes that need to be fixed. So then when me and Thomas do go at it, the big job of putting up the stakes is done. All we need to bring up then is our wire, the fencing wire, and that'll be it. You know, try and make it some bit easier for us when we do the work, because that's going to be the hardest part. Taking off all the wire, old wire, the day before, and then putting on the new wire afterwards. Now I've worked it out. This is not going to be all done within like it's going to take a couple of years to get this all finished. But in fairness now, one neighbour of mine on the other side has done a lot of it. So that's a big help for me. The other side isn't too bad. It needs a bit of wire here and there, but there's one way up the corner, way down the side needs to be done. There's one part of the corner. Actually, the corner's done up to the corner, a certain part, by the boys, by Chris and I should say the two Chris's. They did that ahead of them. Fair play to them. They did a great job. Solid, nice job. But I need to do the rest now myself. This is a big area. It's going to take another 1 or 2 days, years to get it perfect, but we'll get it done. You know, but I'm going to do a piece anyway. A piece up at the very top, and we'll finish that off completely, and then we can actually come along then, and finish off. You know, if I get that much done, you know, I can worry about the rest next year, because I've more wiring I need to do over here in the pocket. That's another point. I'll probably do that on my own. I don't know yet. Lots of work to do still. Just finding time to do it and the money. But I should have the money soon enough. Even Mike was saying to me, even if I could get the wire to finish it, the majority of it, not this year, you know, it's one thing I won't have to buy next year. So I'll definitely need a good few more. Like, I was working it out, I'll need at least 5 rolls to get me to the gate, and then I'm probably going to get another 3 ready for next year, so then when the next year comes I won't have to buy so much. Do you know what I mean? It's kind of, it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me. So try and get this done, and I'll be back home then for lunch, or for dinner I should say. It shouldn't take me long. Look, this fella now, he always helps me out when I'm stuck for something. And, you know, last year he gave me a hand with getting water for the cows and stuff, and he let me use that big machine I used. Remember, way back at the beginning, back when we were doing the renovation job. We were I'll be right back. The renovation job that I was doing, I got this big generator, remember, and I was blowing out instead of coming along and using loads of water inside the house, and you know, going on the floor, guys, and all that. We got this big generator which blew out the air, and it blew out all the joints. You probably all remember it was a pretty big enough machine. And well, he's the guy that I got it off of, and you know, he said, and he's the guy who gave me the big Hilti drill. Remember the big massive one I was using to make the hole for the circuit breaker. No, the cable to go outside into the dairy, big heavy duty one. We had to use that, and for the earth, right, to bring through and down through the path, you know, and all that kind of. Well, he's the guy that gave me all that stuff, that extra stuff that I needed. Kangors, he gave me Kangor, he gave me that Hilti drill, and he gave me that big giant generator with the thing. So I can't really say much. Do you know what I mean? I mean, he did help me a lot at that time. I just thought there was different things he helped me with as well. But so he's his family. So if anyone around me, though, I'd come over and give him a hand. You know what I mean? I wouldn't leave anyone stuck like that. Like, I know it's like not having water. I often used to help my neighbour John, I remember years ago when his water used to go. And same problem. Bloody flood would come along and push out the bloody pipe. That's the reason, one of the reasons why I went off and got this well. You don't have to worry about no floods anymore. You don't have to worry. Oh, geez, am I going to have water for it? It's something I don't have to worry about anymore. Like the water is coming out the ground, it's fresh. It's perfect. Now, what I am gonna do next, actually, I'm gonna get a generator. I was saying this to Mike, and I'm gonna try and set it up in such a way, because I know a fella that I watch on YouTube who has it done the same way. He's made up that if power does go out, he has a backup generator that'll, help him out. Now, I need to find out what kind of ampage of a generator would a person need, because there's another thing we need to know if it's good enough to power the house. But I need something massive, like the fella I was just thinking about. I don't know, we'll see. I have to do a bit more research on that, but I will be getting my electrician to come in and have a look at that again and see if there's no way you can do it. He was saying there was a way you can do it, and it's well worth it, he said, because you won't never be stuck then. Because that's one thing that happens over here in the winter time. If the power goes out because of a storm, no one's going to help you, right? Hey everyone, I'm doing a bit of cooking today since there was nothing else I could do today with this crap. So I wasn't able to do anything on the house or even farming or anything like that. But I have been doing bits and pieces, and I'll show you what I've done. It's nearly finished. There's only those two or three drawers left to do, and of course this here and that piece over there. So I've got the state. I've not time to do any tidying. But yeah, and that's dinner. Yeah, making shepherd's pie. So yeah, I couldn't really do anything else right now. All those few bits and pieces, and I have a nice fire on, as you can see in the background. You need to keep an eye on it because it keeps wanting to go out. There's one thing I wanted to tell everyone there. There was it. It was a couple of days ago. My wife told me something about a lady there now. Some Ukrainian poor woman now from Ukraine. She was living in Poland, because of all the war and everything. Her child was herself walking down the street, and I don't know, maybe she took her eyes off the child for 2 minutes or something. Bus went over the child. No, in fairness, nice. Bus driver should have been watching what he was doing, but I suppose mother just took her eyes away for 2 seconds, and this happened. What I'm trying to get at is I want everyone to be vigilant around their children. Make sure that you have your eyes on them at all times. You never know when something like this can happen. And when I heard it, I was just like thinking to myself, that poor woman is going through right now. You know, her child is after, you know. But yeah, it's not a nice thing to happen. I mean, I'm not a parent, and I tell you one thing, I wouldn't want something like that to happen to my children either. I mean, it's a sad affair, and what I say is, be careful with the kids along the road. Don't leave them unattended, because anything can happen. And unfortunately, you know, that you know, these things it happen every day. I know, but because you know, watching them all the time, which I always say, like I'm watching these two like a hawk all the time. That's why I have Mia with me at all times, and you know, she knows the drill. If I'm using heavy machinery or anything like that, she has to go inside the house with Mommy and Mia and not go outside. That's our thing. Even Riley knows that. Never go outside, you know. It's just dangerous, like, you know, and these things happen. Like, I mean, if you're not being knowing what's going on, you know what I mean, it can happen to anyone. So I'll just say that, you know, just make sure your kids are safe at all times. Anyway, this is the end of the video, guys, and as always, like and subscribe to the video if you haven't, and we'll see you in the next video. See you soon. Bye.